Greetings and good time zone. I hope people are doing well today. I am just gonna do a quick command squadron thing because I'm working on getting their masteries up. It's the most tedious thing ever, but it's XP for my rogue, now ninja, which I unlocked last night. Although, technically not ninja because I'm not level 30 while in here, so... I just wanted to get one of these done before I get on with the main story. Yeah, this is quite the tedious thing. And I keep not getting the masteries that I want. Like, all my healers get full offensive. And my tank gets balanced, which I'd like him to get defensive. And I think my DPS have been getting defensive. It's just like, no! Can you just all shift to one side? The thing is, this duty isn't as bad as the first one. The first duty for command squadron command missions is god awful because some of the enemies end up being immune at times to damage, and these guys don't swap targets. As you can see, I've been doing it a decent amount last night. It's also not bad XP. You only get it for the bosses. Also, I like taking the archer. In the first duty of this, the first command mission, I had a dragoon, well, lancer, And I just kept standing in the fire of one of the enemies, one of the bosses. And it just got so very annoying. Because the boss was immune to damage whenever it put the fire on the floor. So the Lancer was literally doing nothing but taking damage. And there were too many enemies that were low health that you had to kill in order to prevent it. So telling them to engage on different targets was just... It's not ideal, because you kept having to spam it. I think this is coming up to the end now. Now we get a big old scorpion. These things all automatically aggro me anyway, so it's the main reason I kill them immediately. Give its tail. And then we just, you know what? Ooh, I learned the roll action at arm's length. Okay. Any of them get good masteries. Defensive 2, yay for my tank. Offensive 2 on my DPS is great, and defensive on my healer. Pretty good. I hate how they all switch places. Yeah, this guy's terrible. Actually, I don't... Yeah, I'm gonna keep you on defensive, because hopefully you'll survive stuff later. You are still on offensive, great. And you should be on defensive, but I may have put you on balanced. No, you're on defensive, great. Awesome. I may end up just changing them all to offensive, just to kill stuff quicker. You know what? You're already on that offensive. Let's try it. Oh, you don't even have offensive. I'll keep you on defensive. Or will I? I may even keep you on independent. I'm going to put you on independent. And I'm going to do one more. Because it doesn't take long. You really need to repair, I forgot. Oh well, let's hope it's not my daggers. Yeah, this only takes like 10 minutes or so. Once you get into the flow of it. Might take even less now. With everyone doing more damage. Love the Naruto run. I am wondering something though. I think it's going to be possible. No, they attack. I mean, my allies attack. I just wish the tank would use, you know, AoEs for hate. They don't seem to. Don't even know if they can at this level. Really? My archer will be fine. Yeah, I don't know why my archer has a global taunt. But I'm wondering if they effectively attack before my tank does. Because that's all that makes sense to me for why they just keep getting aggro. I'm gonna try just all-out attack. Even the poison kind of sucks. Hey! 33! Yep. Oh, I always want to say Taru. Go little Taru. Go little Lalafell. I'm going to say they're going to be attacking this one because it's left to right as far as I understand. With how they switch targets. The limit break does look kind of cool. The Elm Lord's Tusk. Okay. What does that look? What did they get? Defensive 3, nice. And then both of those got independent. God damn it. That being said, independent might work for you. Yeah, screw it. You can be independent. Oh, they're available from level 51. Oh, fine. Alright, I have these. Decent. Decent. How long's left on them? 3 hours and 30 minutes remaining. Okay. It'll done just before I go to work. I think. Hang on. Because I did it around the same time as the map allowance. Okay, yeah. Definitely just before I go to work. Which gets me some of the seals back that I just spent to do those 2 command missions. Okay. I need to go and repair. And then we'll get back to the main story quest in good faith. Mender. Oh, wow, that ring. Hello, music vendor. Buy this that I keep getting. And these. And even oh, I remember why. When I was fishing for a map. Oh. Alright. Let me switch to Dancer. And in good faith. Norvrant. For now. Let's go there for now. Actually, I think it's for Nov. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, you have to go up to go down. It's down there. I'm like, how do we get down? Da 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 da. Oh yeah, because we literally just rescued Yashtola. So then we need to talk to Emmett Selk. Lahi? What a touching reunion that was. It fair brought a tear to the eye. But as we both know, such tender moments are nothing if not momentary. Before long they will remember their many differences and return to squabbling. Says the Archbringer of Chaos. Ah, flattery will get you nowhere, my dear. But seriously, we Asians do what we do for the greater good. For the greater good. For the rejoining. Though we may sow the seeds of chaos, it is man who tends them, he who reaps their bountiful harvest. But I grow tired of these arguments. If you would kindly refrain from retorting and return to your customary brooding silence, I will take it as thanks for rescuing your companion and leave it at that. Now, we mustn't keep your friends waiting. I love him already. I just want to punch him in the face, and that's such a good sign of a villain. I'm moving all my teleport stuff off because I've put them down here. So we're gonna, as much as I want to hear the Final Fantasy VI stuff, I want to hear all of the Zones music as well. My apologies for having put you all through such an ordeal. I could see no other way to save the Knights Blessed. Happily, both they and I yet live, thanks to you. Morning FLC, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. But our work here is not yet done. We must make ready to enter the Kitana Ravel, and put the Light Warden to the sword. Words are hard in the morning. It's a little cold. Apparently it's 9 degrees C here and heavy rain. And I don't feel like doing QTs today. Aether current. Boom, 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 boom. With the Yulmorans gone and your companions now returned, I think it best you go now before they can regroup. Why are you so pretty? With magic flowing once more through the Great Pyramid of Uxna, the entrance to the Kitana Ravel should now be open. It's 2 degrees C. Fun! Before we leave, Urianger, did you discover anything that may suggest the Light Warden hides elsewhere? Nay, though we had but little time before the Yulmorans' most unwelcome arrival, we scoured the nearby environs and spoke once more with the one called Coril. Having hearkened to her tale, it is my judgment that the Sin Eater which her late mother did espy was indeed the being we seek, and that it most likely resided in the vicinity of Raktika Falls. In the absence of any subsequent sighting, I have no reason to believe our quarry hath sought out a new sanctuary, and given the considerable difficulty we face in reaching the falls, we may be certain it hath not been disturbed by man. Sorry. Then our course is clear. We must navigate the Kitana Ravel. I always want to say Ravel, for whatever reason, because I think it's just Kitana, spelt like that, and make for Raktika Falls. Though you see it as but another obstacle to be navigated, the Kitana Ravel is the oldest and most sacred of our temples. The accumulated knowledge of the Empire is said to reside within. Knowledge which is rightfully yours as allies of Ronka. You are welcome to explore. I fully intend to survey every ilm of it once our mission is complete. Were the Emperor still alive, he would be overjoyed to hear you say so. But I must warn you, though the way is open, it will still be heavily guarded. I also think I just really like their outfits as well. To discourage trespassers and test the worth of our allies, it had to be so. Be careful in there. Nod. God, I am yawning so much today. Head east and you will find the path of azure flowers leading to the Ravel. I wish you safe passage through its halls. Touché, FLC, touché. Every day. Master Matoya, I know I cannot dissuade you from going, so please, promise me you will return safely. The Knights Blessed need you. You need not worry, Runa. I shall return and bring with me a long-awaited gift, one the Knights Blessed will treasure now and forevermore. Now let us away. Nod. Yeah, we're gonna bring the night sky. Okay, where are we going? That away. There's so many side quests here, Jesus. Oh, it is this way. Ah, they won't let me. I have to go through the gate, apparently. Lahi? Lahi? Monkey. Aether current. Ooh, a door. Dun, 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 dun. Just because I'm interested, what is over here? Hopple Stopple. You can't jump on it, so that's going to be an entrance or exit or something. Watch that be the true entrance. And this is just a facade. God, they all look good. You can feel the ether flowing through the door. A gentle push may be all that's required. Our earlier efforts were not in vain, it seems. Stay on your guard, Zera. We know not what awaits us inside. A duty, I would say. NPCs. Well, I've got to take Thancred, I've got to take Iriange. Sorry, Minfilia. I have to take Y'shtola. Average item level, okay. Wait, previous duty that I've done had an item level of like 403 or something. Why is this 380? Why are we going backwards in power? Slow walk like the badasses we are. Oh. I realised I forgot to make Y'shtola my dance partner. Saber Dance does nice damage. Oh. Totally just tanking it like a boss. Dun, 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 dun. Cube. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Why do they keep making such catchy music? It's so nice. It's so nice and just stupidly catchy. Da-na-na-na-na. Uh-oh. Well struck. I shall protect thee. Okay, I see how this kind of works now. So if I go here, this one's not gonna fire. Dun, 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 It's a shame the NPCs don't take care of that. But I'll trust Urianger can heal through it. So now we go to this one. Because this should fire, but the other one shouldn't. Yeah. I love it when you can just figure out the mechanics on the fly. Just from what you see. Or hear, I guess. We are a big Minotaur golem thing. Crush intruders. Wrong. Stuff like that tells you that there's an eerie glow and you see which side. That one I don't know that it charges up. I don't know how to figure out who's the target. But it hurt like hell. Oh, maybe it's just on one side of it. Oh. If we go here, yeah, only one side of the actual creature lit up.
I will not hold back. I will not hold back.
What do we get? What do we get? Armlets of maiming. That's not mine. That's like, yeah. Item level 406. Okay, so that's what we're working with. Well, that doesn't sound creepy. I care not to see the source of these tremors. I wish you could tell them to go and attack, like my command missions. The music is just too good. I just can't help myself.
All that I have and more I bring to bear.
Yo, chill out, Urianger. Tears of the Gods. Bracelets of Casting, don't care. Come on, Thancred, attack! Thank you! Actually, if anything, I want to target you. Because you do the AoE. Saber Dance looks so cool. Also, on my rogue, the fact that I just got ninja, the ninjutsu looks great so far. And I only have one with Fuma Shuriken. And all I can think of is Sasuke saying it. Kagibuyo. Fuma Shuriken. Against Zabuza. Well, enjoy your crit rate. I think I just gave you by accident. Yeah. Ashtola. Gonna be a snake here as well. First, loot. Aiming, that's me. Crit rate. Ooh, yes, please. Don't mind me, guys. Oh, damn it. I forgot. Do, 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 do. Oh, now that looks great. That's a good time for an advert. Looks cool though from here. It's like a bat moth beholder or Ahriman. Cool. Let's wait for the ad break. And I'm gonna have a drink. There it goes. Down, 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 bow, 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 bow. Oh, I also got some new emotes because I've been doing the squadron missions, so... Gotta get that workout in. Do some squats. Sit-ups. Huh. 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 She doesn't even go all the way to the floor. Although, I'm impressed the fact that she's pretty much not got her feet on the ground. I'm sure there was another one that I got from all of those. It was in special. Oh yeah, I've got breath control, but I don't know if that came from this. It's like, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. I love the head tilt at the end of that emote. Boop. Anyway, let's go murder whatever this thing is. Learn the mechanics on the way. Come on, Tancred, go a bit closer. Thank you. It's a bat squatch. Soundwave. Where's WeFormer when you need it? We got a transformer in here. Soundwave. I suppose that's one way of doing subsonics. Except I think Yashtola and Urianger got wrecked by that.
I shall protect thee. Together we shall overcome this.
It's doing quite a lot of damage. Why are we moving? I love this battle music so much. I think it's just the guitars, the electric guitars, as well as the singing.
The gloves are off.
Good. How about some crit for you then? Should probably use this. Ooh, 10k. Damn. I'll just follow Urianger. Back to this music. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Oh wow! What the hell? Oh yeah, Raktika Falls. Oh, this is so pretty. I love the light beam effect through trees, especially. It's one of my favourite looks to a place. Forgiven flattery, forgiven violence. Violence is never forgiven, only allowed. Self-destruct, yay! Oh, it's rude. Maybe you'll come down here if I steal your stuff. No? Okay.
Prepare yourself!
Ooh, solid hit. Dun, 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 dun,
I will not hold back.
Good, I don't want you to hold back. Oh, hi! Tancred! Oh. Did they really just go all the way around? So I think that's what happened.
All that I have and more I bring to bear!
Away with you!
Ooh. I've been rocked by self-destruct before. Ah, you assholes.
Prepare yourself!
I want to see if they move. From somewhere else. Oh, well that one's obvious.
Keep your guard up!
Oh, I used the wrong one. Ah, okay. First of all, I need to remember I got that. Oh, this is the Light Warden? Oh, hi! It's like a Chimera Cerberus. Didn't take a lot of damage. Now we get to figure out what mechanics this thing has. Hound out of heaven. Okay.
I will not hold back.
Please don't. No one asked you to. Why is everyone going over here? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a bit mean.
Don't be so reckless.
Hey, Urian J, can you heal me? And Yashto. Inhale. So the mechanics aren't too bad so far. It's whether it does anything else. Oh, that's me.
I will not hold back.
I shall protect thee.
Please do. Oh, shit, 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 shit.
Away with you!
Get your hands off my healer. Or I'll make you read him a dictionary to you. Nice, I got a level up. Your level has been synced to 76. Ooh, treasure. Damn it, nothing good for me. One thing that I always love is usually these, you could talk to them, or they say something. So the Warden of the Wood fallen, and thus doth the night return. That Light Warden, that was terrifying. You weren't even there. Good, keep that memory with you. That memory that doesn't exist. I want to know how this works. Does it just target who's closest? Does everyone have to back off and I just go closer? Because if it's random, we could get screwed later on. But it makes me wonder if part of it sometimes wants to go to Minfilia? Since she's also blessed by the light, kinda. Right in the boobs again. Time to Kamehameha the sky. Alright, yeah, it doesn't do it every single time. It only did it the first one for
The Light
dramatic
Warden is
effect.
dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Oh, it's voice acting, so I can let it play.
Aye, that they have. Her condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though she shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. She must be told. Would you describe it to me, Urianger? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Well fought. Let us return home.
I always feel sorry for Y'shtola, essentially being blind. Like, she can see ether, but not everything, like we would.
The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments, but whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
That looks like Zodiac and Hydaelyn, maybe? Yep. Is he gonna come and explain that to us?
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour? Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more. Well, I would quit this place, and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done. Ah, there is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name, and by his grace was the calamity averted.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn, she who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. and thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided. That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But...
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac, we natives of that sundered paradise. Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining? For our world, for our people, for all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt it. Thank you, WeFormer, for the resubscription. I really appreciate it. 5 months. Where's the time gone? What is time? But I didn't want to interrupt Emmett Cell. So sorry for the late thank you. I do appreciate it. I just love lore, and I just didn't want to interrupt. Sorry. That was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there is any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? I mean, we can't say yes or no if there's truth to it. Yeah, this game can be rather intense. I love the lore around it so far. And I just like how he was like, finally you asked the right question. Here's the answer. Though recent events plainly warrant further discussion, I think it best that we wait until Alphino and the others are present. Emmett Selk included. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter, for the present, we should return to Fanov and make certain of the Yulmorans' withdrawal. After that, slither about. The Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Yeah. Nighttime! Daytime! Nighttime! Did I get anything for level 77? Probably not. No. Ooh, I get a third charge next level of Avant on Avant. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Yes, I'm on a shark in a forest. Because that makes sense. Dun, 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 dun. Just out of interest. Ether current. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, there we go. Almet. It's too pretty. I think it's just the hair and everything. Ooh, cutscene. Please be voice acted. Son of a bitch. Every single time. You are returned, and unharmed, I see. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. That and the Oh. I thought I clicked by accident. No, it just took a while because she was doing an animated pose. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the Vis, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Kitana Revel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honour, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Is Runa still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherbough shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Yay, yatta! Thank you, Almet. I look forward to the day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. Doom, 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 doom. Teleport! Oh, good damn it. I was gonna close this by pressing escape, but it cancelled my teleport. Dum 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 dum. Runar's such a
You
bro.
are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
Voice acting. Runar's such a bro in the fact that how it makes me laugh because of Magnai in Stormblood versus Runar in this when it pertains to Y'shtola. Like, Y'shtola seems fine with him, but Magnai, no.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering.
Just have to interrupt him. because it just makes me laugh that, like, oh, whenever there's like a meteor shower happening in real life, great, there's a meteor shower, you'll get to see it. No, I won't. I live in England. There's clouds. He just looked up to the night sky and saw clouds. It's so beautiful. I can't see shit. Oh, it was hilarious to me.
In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. And now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong. But we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we will hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Yeah, but... bearing with it. Okay. Rude. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. Y'shtola, I will follow you anywhere. And listen to you reading a phone book. She wants to tell me, I'm guessing, of the corruption. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Rectica Falls, I fear they proved true, and so I must share them with you. From the first when we met at Fort Gone, your ether has appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Hydaelyn's blessing. Rather, it was absorbed into your being. Urianger also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater, greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. You mean like talking to a ghost? You should hurry, before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. Wait. Where are we going? Oh, literally outside. Some of the mounts in this game. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbough remains relatively unscathed. And thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky returned, their prayers have at least been answered. Nod. Blah 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 blah. Thesaurus Dictionary. Why didn't we get what he said? Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny there is part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years I have lived with the Blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honour to it. Oh, you definitely did. She looks so sad happy. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. Yeah! Woo! Getting the gang back together. Do, do, do. Lady in red? Wait. Lisa's right fist. Fair enough. Hey, can you tell me what the weather's gonna be? Is it raining? A wise woman once said that she who does not pay heed to the skies will most surely get wet. Sound advice if you ask me. Would you like to hear what the skies tell us this fine day? Yes, it's raining. We can quite clearly tell it's raining. Please be voice acted. I love it when you're all voice acted. Damn it. All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphino and Alice have yet to arrive. But where is the Exarch? My friends, 'tis good to see you all again. Alphino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the Warden hiding in Raktika. Killed it. Found and slain, you say? I should have known. Yulmar has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvrant to defend them. I am glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Great Wood. Speaking of Yulmar, what came of your meeting with Vothri? Yes, about that. It proved to be... You okay? Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you are all tired as well, having travelled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the Warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. Basically, you want to give me a chance to talk to Albert. Got it. Understood. Actually, this place is so big. Dun, dun, dun. Dunce. Turn around. Yes, I'm ready to retire. Give me that cutscene. I'll take the money, because I've been spending it on onions. Yeah, you look good.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
I must stay the course for the others. Which is about right for me as a person.
True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it? If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there. Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will? Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascians stock in trade. Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge.
Sorry to pause, but speaking, if she is a primal, it makes sense. If we're under her influence, Hydaelyn's, it makes sense why other primals, their influence doesn't work on us. That's interesting. Anyway.
When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald, uh-oh. Is that Estinian? And then we've got Gaius. Just leaned up against a lamppost.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game.
Or never left the game.
Something to consider at any rate. But come, there is work to be done.
I feel like these two are just trying to sound more badass than each other when they're talking. It's like just an out badass competition.
These bloodless games make for poor sport.
Hi, Xenos.
Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend.
He's just so extra. And
I know not what entertainment
adore him.
occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
And of course, he just slow walks away because he knows he's that good. Again, I'm sleeping on top of the covers, or just no covers at all. And in my hat. Why is there ominous music? Am I just gonna look out the window and it'd be a Yulmoran army there or something? Journey to the past. Okay, Secret of Hidden Truths. I do like that title. And the hearts beat. Okay. I know there's an ad break, that's why I'm doing this. Also, perfect title for LeFay. I am stood on your table. What you gonna do? Huh? 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 Actually, I'm gonna quickly go to the toilet. I need a pee. I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and you've just got to assert dominance. How many did I do? Have you been counting? Anyway, for whatever reason, I just love the fact that I've got push-ups, sit-ups, and squats as an emote. When it rains, God, what are you? Ah, I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. What? Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Why didn't you wake me? Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Exedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace in companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Every single time. If anyone has a drinking game for that, I feel sorry for your liver every time that word appears in this game. Or you suffered from alcohol poisoning. Okay. So I can just go up here, it's probably closer. Da-dum. And we're running, and we're sprinting. Da-da-dum. 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 Surveying. Surveying. Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Zera! That's me! I've only just returned from Amarang, yet I find the Crystarium moments away from being beset by Sin Eaters? Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me, have they some idea why this is happening? I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favour of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1. Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western two? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Okay. So up there. Right? Peloton. Sprint! Do, do, do. Ba-da-dum. Da-da-da. Oh, I see. Okay. So they are up. Da-da-da. All the way over here. Oh, okay. Oh, I did go the wrong way. They're on here. But I like that platform up there. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. Next. The question is, will I get there in time or will something bad happen?
Sin-Eater sighted! They're coming!
Now you voice acted. Run, 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 run. Well, Vorthri is definitely behind this. That or they're all coming to me.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
Why would you death flag it?
That's good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Nod. Oh, okay. We ought to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. What lovely weather, just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste! Nod. Crystarian forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. Also depends which version of decimated we take into account. Nice.
Let's give it our all.
They need our help. Yeah, you think? Also, how are you so much quicker than us?
Help is at hand.
Oh, over there? Okay. Can you please heal the dude? Oh, can I do it? No, I can't. Are we going for the bear, or are we going for that? My guess is this. Those eaters, they're moving towards Radiska's round. We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need of aid, yeah. Oh, more of them appeared. I don't want any of them to die. Apparently I lost 10% of them. So technically they have been decimated. Oh, you're screwed. Unless Alphino actually heals you. Because decimated means decreased by 10% or decreased to 10%. bad here, I should think what it's like elsewhere. Well, these are probably the ones that are causing the most trouble. Hey, Urianshe and Ishtola. They seem to have that in hand. Don't worry, I've not forgotten about you all. Damn it! One of you died. Sorry. Oh, that's a big old bear.
I shall protect
I'm dying.
You will rue the day you crossed my path.
I love you, Stola, so very much.
It was nothing.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Most impressive trick indeed. I didn't see it because they were too big. As if you've none of your own. Let's make for the imperative, shall we? Let's go in a conga line. Hi Puncher, how are you today? I hope you're well. Or is today's question. Why are they so much quicker than me? Hey, Minfilia and Thancred. Sarah, you'll be glad to know that the locals have all taken shelter. Nevertheless, we can't allow the Eaters to gain any ground. With me! Since I'm British, yes. This, oh, that can't be good. What can't be good? God damn it, we're too late. Yeah, they're gonna rise as Sin Eaters probably. I couldn't save them. I'll follow the Eater, you press on to the imperative. I'm staying with you. We've lost too many already, we must hurry. What do you think I'm doing? Jesus, they're getting destroyed. I must shop at Harrods a lot. Never shopped there once in my life. It is as we feared. But our task is, as it ever was, turn the tide. To battle! To battle, but I'm confined to this ring. Okay, so they are just ignoring me. Good to know. Incredibly annoying, but good to know.
On your feet!
Oh, bam! Jesus, how many? We are not gonna be very happy with Valtteri because this has to be his fault. Oh, hello! Let me zoom out a little bit. How many are you making? Okay, that's bad.
I will not be outdone!
Oh.
Theory in practice!
Of course they would target that one. Except for Alpha, no. He's just killing one on his own, apparently. And doing a decent job, speed-wise. Okay, now we can attack you. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Ishtola. Dance partner. What in the world is this?
If naught else will suffice, my strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant thee succor.
Let's give them a show. With heart and steel.
Alice doing? Oh, she's doing that thing. I remember that. Except this thing lived through it. Well, I didn't lose any of these 3 guards. Whew. Am I attempting to solo this game? You pretty much can solo this game, except for trials. Like most things you can do with a group of NPCs. And I mostly like it for all the lore and what the NPCs themselves say.
There are so many.
Why is that giving off so much light?
Ah, God damn it!
Lena! Save her. Lena's great.
Lena! Yeah!
Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
Oh no.
This one is mine!
He can't do a damn thing to help.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it!
Please let this work. Please let this work. No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Help! Help! Anyone! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy? Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
The funny thing is, I think the rain was part of the zone, because I've seen that clip before. So, kind of spoilers, but not for me. So I've seen that clip before, and it wasn't raining in theirs. But I think the rain just made it better, especially when it stopped. That was such a good cutscene. The Warrior of Darkness is here to save everyone. Rain stops. Hi Jackie, how are you? I hope you're well. How did Hollow Knight go? It seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. Oh, you couldn't beat a boss. Well, hopefully next stream you can. Which boss was it? I mean, I could always check the VOD. I'm doing okay. Soul something. Hang on. Hollow Knight bosses. Oh, Soul Master? Yeah, he's a pain. That took me a while, if I recall correctly. Because of the different phases. Yeah, he's a pain. But he's doable. As someone that also sucks at Metroidvanias and just platformers in general, if I can get good enough to beat certain bosses in Hollow Knight, most people should be able to. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain anyway. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, anyone can. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Oh, Jesus. I thought I had multiple circles then, but no. Dying Guard. I wish I was a healer. Hey, Alphino, can you heal the Dying Guard, please? How am I assisting them? With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch, as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. It's like, am I aiding them by helping them, or aiding them by ending them? Yeah, healer, sir, please. Alphino, you should be able to just, I don't know, cure? He just needs a touch of healing. Like the merest glance from you would help. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me, I beg you. They really make it a very somber experience. Can I go in here? No. But this is how it should be. We're in a war. And no one is using the beds? Oh, there you are. At first I was like, is it a gambling guard? No, it's a trembling guard. Like, did you hide and were just gambling? Illegally? Don't touch me! I killed her. I killed her! She was one of them. I know, but I... Hey, Lena. Where are you? She must be really suffering. Oh, cutscene. Please be voice acted. Please be voice acted.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
Is there something you need? I'm not gonna bring her job role into it. I'm gonna ask how she is. No, I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me. I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium!
Oh, fuck you, Valtteri.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance.
I'm gonna love killing him.
The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering, a paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. It is only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
So before Valtteri interrupted, that voice acting from Lena, holy shit. Just her complete and utter breaking sounded so good in a voice acting way. I mean, the situation is utterly terrible. But just the break in her voice and just her going, I'm fine, and then getting higher pitched and almost squeaky, for lack of a better word. And just being like, why am I still here? And they're not. Holy shit, that was good. And then Valtteri ruined it, and I want to kill him so bad. Valtteri's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred, in particular, sustained quite an injury from that sin-eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagiric still. Please, give them my thanks. Okay, where are we going? Seriously, where are we going? Oh, Crystarium. So, sounds like you. I'm fine! Alright! Okay, make sure to never ask Jackie how she's feeling. Actually, I think it's outside? Or maybe upstairs? You have a lot of feels. Right, are you in here? Yeah, you're here. Thancred looks fine. He looks just pissed off, I think. You're here for me? I'm sorry to put you to the trouble. I'm fine. Really. The Eaters landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taken it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamil. But just talk to her, will you? Okay, so I think that's underneath everything? Maybe? Like down here? It's nice that they give a big arrow pointing down saying, "You're not on the right level, you moron, go down." Z-axis. Yeah, down here. Can I jump from here? No. I jump here. Yes. I don't need those knees. Ow. Again, the music is just so good. And it's essentially the same theme, they just redo it. Dot dot dot. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. Slap her into the water. Just tapped her in the head. Eep! The one good thing about this game is fall damage, you go to 1. No matter how far you fall, if you take enough damage, you don't die. Name one thing invented by the UK. Why? I mean, I could give the biggest one. The United States of America. We kind of invented it. Oh, Sarah, what are you doing here? Blah, 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 blah. Jackie's answering for me. Thancred? It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless. And now... it's my fault. I don't want to help Thancred with her. Because she's Minfilia, but she's not Thancred's Minfilia. But he's kind of acting like she needs to be his. Because of what his Minfilia said to him. So I'm going to be like, then you'll be wanting to get those herbs for the healers. I could say English. I mean, true. We probably did invent English, although it's a conglomeration of other languages. Oh, what have I done? I promised I'd be right back, and yet here I am. I know that I need to be better. I'm only allowed to be a part of this because I'm Minfilia, and I need to be more like her. No, you do not. All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. But you're right, I can still help, if only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesameal. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant, in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesameal. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Verdant herb. Is it seriously going to be that easy? Rather than making me figure it out? Hey Minfilia, you were stood like 3 feet from it. This plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Obtain the other medicinal herbs. Oh, there we go. Literally, she was stood here, and it was here. And the other one, she was essentially looking at. This plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Whee! She beat me back here. Ah, Minfilia told me that you would be bringing the rest. Boop, boop, boop. Voice acting? No. Probably not for this random woman. Kinda. Yep. Marvellous. With this I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel, but we'll win. I promise you that. Twinsies! It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts have saved more than a few. With Spagirics in good working order, the Crystarium's people will be cared for, or will be well cared for. More lies ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. Nod. You know the Exarch? Who in the hell are you? We do? Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something. For me. My dearest friend, you see. He was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Vothri said is true, if our losses were our just deserts. And we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. Jesus, words are hard. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him, you have my word. Like, just little touches like that in the storyline. Just a completely random guard. Just to come and tell you that, look, not a lot of people might be telling you this, but thank you. It's great storytelling. And this is an MMO, for crying out loud. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest ammo I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? Yes, words do be hard. Thank you. Of course, the hardest one to speak for is Urianger, because the guy is a walking thesaurus. Legitimately. It's just... You don't have to talk like that, my man. You sound way too cryptic. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. What that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that? Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the loss, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time to talk, time before the others arrive, if you'd like to talk. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbour, no one need ever know? No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you. And now we'll get into a cutscene. Usually this music means it's not going to be voice acted. Usually. There are exceptions though. It's usually a good sign.
My friends,
hey.
With your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Things you wish your boss would say. But they love adding to the burdens.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
How are we gonna tell him it's Selk? He's
For each
hiding
we
all the time.
saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
Me or Vorthri? So
That
there's
these
two.
minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Arm-Arang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Arm-Arang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters.
So will Emmett
And
Selk be
isn't
able
it
to
true
find
that
it?
the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Arm-Arang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
You might die.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, You must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
He's such a dick.
I'll meet you at the gates.
He's such a dick, but I understand Thancred. He wants his Minfilia back. And to be fair, I think he would sacrifice this Minfilia, but he knows the other Minfilia probably wouldn't like that. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Do you have anything to say? Will you never grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have something to ask me, ask. Oh, tell me about Zodiac. As I told you before, Zodiac is the creation of my people, the first people. We summoned him as your kind might summon a primal, albeit an infinitely more powerful one. Unlike one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so we Ascians came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness, his darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools, though that is only to be expected, given their innate inability to conceive of the nature of our universe. But I believe I am repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really, I have no need of deception, and even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. Okay. Also, I think when I talked to him, Urianger turned around as well. Now, I did snooze an ad break, so it's going to be coming up in a few seconds. Now we wait. Gotta get my exercise in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got this emote last night. I unlocked it because I did command missions with my squadron, which I did at the start of the stream, but I know you weren't here for that. Basically, you have a squadron and you level them up and you can have them do stuff. You can get XP from it, which is great. But because I've gone on, I think it's 10 command missions, I unlocked push-ups, sit-ups. She doesn't fully go to the floor, so don't count it. And squats. Huh. 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 And I also have this one, which I'm not sure if I got it from that or not. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. I don't think he can do push-ups. Plus, he's adorable. He doesn't need to do anything. The only good thing about this, though, is the fact that I can make him climb onto my shoulder. It's just random which side he chooses. There we go. He's so cute. Also, to match my avatar. 0 out of 10 game. No, it's best game. I can't wait to do what I'm planning to do. The only problem with this getup is the fact that my gun is clipping through the feather and the hat right now. Also, one of my other favourite ones is my weaver. Just fancy. Look at how fancy I am. The only problem is that I can't wear this on anything but Weaver because it's specifically their clothing, and you only seem to be able to wear clothing that the job can wear. So usually level 1 outfits, usually some outfits are why they're level 1 in all jobs, so you can wear it no matter what. But no, I really adored this. Plus, with it being this game, let's put everything else on. You could just have it dyed different colours as long as you have the colours. And they are expanding what you can dye. Like, you'll be able to have 2 dyeable colours on a piece of gear. And then you have the really expensive stuff, which is shiny. But most of these you have to buy off the store. Hashtag purple gang. So shiny. Too close. Look at the light on it. And they're also going to be doing a lighting update as well, as I think. Anyway, let's switch back to Dancer and get my health back. Waiting. But yeah, the end game for Final Fantasy XIV isn't a boss or a raid or a dungeon. It's fashion. Yeah. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. Are you sure you want to do this? Completely sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yulmoran airship coming into land over Armareng while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vothri's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region? Nod. Right, now, Nabath Areng lies in the southern reaches of Armareng, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mordsuk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Yulmorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Vothri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safe to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way, you'll have a chance at reaching Nabath Areng unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vothri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. And I need to clean my glasses so I can read without getting distracted. See again. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I'll leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Clean glasses, no challenge room? Challenge runs for me are driving at night when I come home from work. Yay for astigmatism and glasses. Thank you, I'll try not to disappoint. Tessellation. I love that word. So, this is a way for them to get us to go to a new location. And I love it when they give us new locations. Also, hashtag purple gang. Haha. It's so purple. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reason to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? Yes. And astigmatism is the worst. Well, it's not the worst, but you understand what I mean. Hey Hardis, or Hardis. Off so soon, Mistress Brit? You've barely had time to recover from the battle. I'm built different. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
Drums in the deep. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spend upon it for granted. Now, what does this look like? My god, that looks terrible. I don't want to wear it until I can get to a town. Oh, there's a town there. Maybe that counts. Place in armory chest. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing? Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes, but you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Okay. Direct route. The horse is fine. Kinda. Chickens? Lizards? Oh, it's the kobolds, or Maud, I think they are. Oh, cutscene. You sell? No. No, you are no merchant. But then, why do I know your face, Oh, I remember. You spent Verbet gold. Everyone remembers that, Jesus. Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among mod traders. You're a travelling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabath Areng ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mine surrounding Nabath Areng. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other mod might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free even. To friends of our best customer. Money talks. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Why are you thanking me? Thank him. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. Nod nod. Seek out a talkative local. First I want to see if... Damn it! Can't apply glamours here. No! I look stupid. I need to get there immediately. You wish to go to Nabath Areng? There was a way once, a gondola down from the cliffs. But it was built for those who had something left behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. Are you saying I'm fat? You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap of parchment. Okay, there's gotta be one hidden behind a building. Oh, there isn't. Probably hidden in the buildings then. Well, that's barred. That one's also barred, so... Where are you? Come talk to me. Hi, Shoal Soul. Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Nabath Areng these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. God, this hat's so god-awful. You take down information regarding the trolley on a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. Enjoy your lurk, Jackie. Hopefully I'll still be here when you get back. You might be in another channel though. Gone? For Nabath Areng, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Yulmorans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Though it seems somewhat superfluous to do so, you dutifully make note of Gongon's words. Are we gonna steal an airship? Please let me steal an airship. Oh, please. I would love to steal an airship. Ah, Zera, I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Nabath Areng. The Yulmoran's presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Amareng, there have been no sightings of Yulmorans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign of Alice's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? Well, bam, well, bam, well, bam. Please let us steal an airship. I would love it. So these are our options. Well, what do you think? Oh, I want to steal an airship from Vorthri. We could try the gondola. Might die, but eh. The trolley seems the most feasible. I want airship. We could perhaps use Amaro, but even from a distance I can't imagine that the Yulmoran army wouldn't spot us if we were to travel by air. Ah, so rude. Give us the option. Fine, gate aside, the trolley seems most feasible. It does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. Chest gear. It's gonna look god-awful. Oh, valued customers. Were the other more of help? Of a fashion, they told us of a trolley that runs to Nabath Areng at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when first we asked? Yes, the gate you see, it is impassable. Before there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Biran Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. Biran. What's the other one? Yankee? Final Fantasy X? The Ronso that picked on Kimari? I still see miners there from time to time, if anyone knows what happened to the Talos. It would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Biran then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. Nod. I like it how Urianger is just not saying anything. It's all Minfilia and Thancred. Okay. I want to get to Twine. If at all possible. You're gonna aggro. Oh, no. Great. Oh, god damn it. We're not gonna be able to get to Twine because of this. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it until we come to the mines. They called it a mine. A mine! Slip of the tongue. How much damage? Why does everything want to kill me? Where are we actually going? Oh, way over there. I have to wear this stupid hat. For how long? Wait. Can I get on there? I know I'm supposed to go here. But I want to see if I can get there just so I can change my hat. It's important to me, okay? Because this says the trolley problem, which makes me think it's broken. For now. Oh, you could have just dropped down and walked. Oh, never mind. Aether current. I'll take it. Also, yeah, it's part of this. What do I even need? I think I mostly just, yeah, I need 2 more of just locations. It's mostly quests that I need to do. I might do that tonight, if possible. I just don't like it if the quests are a dungeon. I feel so much better with the hat back. It means everything to me. Okay, now let's go and do the mission. Or quest. Because missions are different things. Oh, I love it when I get random friend requests on Discord. And they're not in any mutual servers. Ignore. Welcome back. How was your lurk? I went and fixed my hat. I went the opposite direction from the main story quest just to go and get that location and be able to change my hat. It was thrilling. Must have been a good lurk. Hi, you're a gnome? I also realized. Okay, bye. I don't have Zephyr with me. The stream's not going to even last another 30 minutes, but whatever. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zunzun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zunzun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favour of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Urianger's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. There, aren't you? Gnome! You're not up here. Never mind. Oh. Hi. Benches within suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. A coyote! You're on a nostalgia kick and considering bidding on a Furby on eBay. You mean the nightmare fuel? Why? Oh, I do suppose nostalgia makes people do crazy things. How much money is too much money to pay for a Furby from 1998? Wouldn't it be so fun to hang with you on stream? I mean, it would be funny. That's for sure. Where am I looking? Is this building part? This building might be yeah, this is counted as inside, so in we go. Ha! Conspicuous cup. People have been here and been drinking. The cup is slightly warm and a fair amount of tea steeped over long, if the colour is any indication, remains within. What if it's not tea? The problem is you just know it's a Furby will say something behind you. Just randomly during the stream, and it's like, oh, you got a haunted one. I mean, you also still have to move the shelf back into the room as well for your stream. Ah, Zero, what hast thou discerned? I see. Indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own. But let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Oh, I can understand rearranging how things are. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. The golems. This telos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source. Nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of telos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the telos, even if thou went somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the telos, but someone must, otherwise why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Zera, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northern side of the tracks. Nod. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go then. Ah! Charge! What happened to those having a friendly chat? Am I supposed to have a friendly chat with myself while you attack? But yeah, I totally understand wanting to rearrange an office or anything like that. My computer's in my bedroom, and I've rearranged a few times. But it's mostly because I use my computer to watch shows and stuff from my
Sup,
bed.
baby, you bongos.
Hi, Ainan. How are you today? I hope you're well, and thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. And yes, bongos. Yar, bongos. I hope you're doing well. I really appreciate the resub. I hope Sandman's doing well. I hope Abby's doing well. I hope Tigger's doing well. And I hope old man Liam's doing well. Suspicious man, and I'm here with a shark. Wicked White, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here. Of that I'm sure. Rude. I didn't just come here to be attacked. I wanted to talk. You don't normally need to share. That one's just funny. Are you doing well? Good. Glad you're doing well. Hopefully before my birthday stream in April, so still time. Because I've talked to Teal about hopefully speeding up my commissions a little bit. I will have a resub animation done, or a sub animation, and I can't wait for it. There's multiple parts to it as well. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to talk here. Because I like it when people post their resub messages, even though it makes me cry where the time has gone. Yes, birthday stream, but it will be in April. So still time. And I will be doing a 12-hour stream on my birthday. Hopefully. Yeah. Where is time? What is time? Who is time? How is time? When is time? So you apprehended these two. I murdered the other one. I hope that's okay. So where's the other one? Dead. Good to hear. Ruthless, man. Ruthless. Yeah. But I feel your pain with time zones and clocks and everything, Ainan. See, as though I'm in the UK, but I might as well be on an EST time zone. It's always crazy when I go to sleep after people in America. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we need to steal, what, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd, we're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look, well... I was like, why are they lingering on Urian J? I know exactly why. You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travellers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, Thaf, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto world's end. On their journey they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that's a serious conjecture, no, I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have a rather large concern than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of his ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabath Areng. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realise that we haven't got off to the best of starts, considering that my friend here just murdered your friend, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley! You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. Oh, God. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jerick and Thaf at your service. Technically, I'm a miner and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it travelling the track once again would make hearts sore. Mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we could do to assist you? We could gather materials or help put pieces together. It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. Hi Tom, welcome to the end of the stream. In fact, my alarm's about to go off. There, literally a second after I said it. Okay. I suppose you could speak with him, if you like. We'll introduce you. As it turns out, you've been sleeping in a bunch this week, and that's fine. It's your week off. Wait, is it still your week? What is time? Very well, our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is prevented the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. It is still your week off. Yay! What is time? Who is time? How is time? When is time? Which is time? Huh? Is time? Right, it looks like you'll be following us back to Twine then. Already been there. Because I needed to fix my hat. I'm literally about to end stream anyway, Ainan, but thank you for being here and thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. I'm going to find someone to raid. Ooh. I'm going to dip out of this immediately, but FG is playing Pacific Drive. Actually, you know what? I know some people don't want spoiling with it as well, mainly Tom. So let's go and raid Tug. Instead. See what horrors and war crimes he's up to. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. I hope you get a lot of sleep if you're going to sleep, because you're on a backwards schedule. But yeah, have a great rest of the day. I hope to see you more from rewind. Yep. I hope to see you tomorrow for more Final Fantasy XIV. Bye.